Oh, Seedoeatreview here with Denham. This is not beer by the Birdcage. There it is. Chuck it on. Go. Talk away.
Okay, there we go. That's what we're trying. Our celebration ale. There we go.
Double IPA. Now, you just won the best. You can name it because I'm going to stuff this up.
So, Champion Small Australian Brewery at the Royal Adelaide Beer Awards.
There you go. Now, how was that done this year? Was that still done in person? Was it still done?
No. So, yeah, it was remote.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, we had so much going on. We had just gone into lockdown, another lockdown.
Yeah.
And we forgot about it. And I got some texts going, oh my gosh, congratulations, you won Champion Small Brewery. And I went, what?
What do we do?
Yeah. And I went, oh my God, yes. Royal Adelaide Beer Awards were on.
That is gorgeous.
So it was great. It was a great surprise.
Yeah.
And a nice little pick-me-up.
It is. It makes you feel better, doesn't it?
Yeah, when you're like, oh, bugger, gone into lockdown again. So that was good. But it was a little annoying because last year, again, we did very well at the Independent Beer Awards. And we made it up to the podium for our Hop Heaven. But again, we were the only state that couldn't participate. So what they did is they had satellite events at all the states. But because SA was in a strict lockdown, SA was the only place. So when they said, Barossa Valley Brewing, I had to wave from
how
home.
Awkward.
They did a live feed. But so anyway.
I haven't done a beer by the Birdcage with a brewer before, so I'm excited about this. First thing I noticed is the gorgeous colour. That is orangey, reddy.
Yep.
This has roots right back to 2014, doesn't it?
It does.
Explain how that. This is one of your Canis Majoris varieties that you made back in 2014. And how has it changed up till now?
Yeah, well, what we did is, I'll explain the reason we did this. So when we won that, the brewers just worked really, really hard. And we figured we needed a way to just celebrate this.
Yes.
And so I asked them, what do you want to brew? They don't get to make those decisions, really.
Yeah.
You guys do.
Yeah.
So the brewers all came up with different suggestions. So then we put it out to Facebook and said, okay, you guys choose one of these beers.
Yeah.
And it was the Canis Majoris, which was an Imperial IPA. I sort of developed my love for craft beers in the US.
Yep.
Big, hoppy IPAs. So this was an Imperial that we did here. It did really well. It was in 2014, which is quite early on in the craft beer scene still. And for those really hoppy beers, it was still quite early in the day. So we weren't expecting to to sell a lot of it. I thought I would be drinking a lot of it because I was really brewing it for myself. But it won. I can remember it came straight out of the tank. It was in bottles at that point. Yeah. We entered it into the Royal Adelaide Beer Awards and won Champion IPA, Best Beer and Show, Champion SA Exhibit.
How does that make you feel?
And so it was good. It was great.
Good.
For a beer we weren't sure we would sell a lot of.
Yeah.
It definitely won awards for us. And it was in our portfolio for a while, but we have to change the portfolio.
That's what I say. How come it wasn't in your system? But it's good because people want it, as you know by your Facebook polls. Like, no, we want it back, man. It makes people good when they want something again, doesn't it?
Part of the reason why it dropped out of the portfolio is because I think that was after that we started having a lot of big double IPAs becoming really quite popular. So, Pirate Life did a very good Imperial double IPA. Hawkers does a really good one. There's a few that come out regularly now. And so we thought, okay, let's try something else. But it seems like people still like it, missed it, wanted it back. So,
as I said, the first thing I noticed was the colour. You win this beer with your eyes,
Thank
man.
you.
That is gorgeous.
So we tweaked it a little bit. So the last one was a little bit more resiny. This a little bit more dank. This one a little bit more that fruit, citrus aromas that are really popular now, which I really enjoy as well.
It tastes heavier. It's nice. It's malty. And it's nice big hop flavour there as well. It feels like a stronger beer. What percentage is this going at?
It's at 8%.
8%, not too bad.
Yeah, this is I think this is a very traditional, typical IPA. So you've got that, there's some fruit, citrus characters on the nose, but then on the palate you'll get malt, but then you will get that hop
That is the
bite
hop comes at the end.
At the end.
I'm getting malt at the start and hop at the end.
Yeah.
It's just a nice, like a heavy drinking beer. And it's not super heavy, don't get me wrong. It's surprisingly light. But it's a nice, like, oh, I'm drinking a nice beer here, you know what I mean? That's all you want, just a nice beer.
Yeah, well, with this, we really wanted this to be traditional, typical, double IPA.
Yep.
So, I love my really fruity IPAs that are really popular now, the hazies, that are just these fruit bombs, which I love.
Yeah.
But every once in a while, you want to drink a beer, you're drinking a beer.
Just a nice, solid beer.
Yeah, where, you've got that malt, but you've got that, you finish with that hop bitterness.
Yeah. I checked my notes again, and it did say released commercially on the 11th of the 10th. But you're saying it's released earlier here?
Well, it's going to be available here on
Barossa Valley
Thursday.
Brewing.
So what is that? That is the 7th?
That is the 7th.
And then I think by the 11th, that's when it'll hit the shelves.
And you got this gorgeous can, man. I love these can designs. You had that for the black label, for the Imperial. It just makes you feel special drinking. You know you're drinking something special, and it tastes like wonderful. You know what I mean? It's really nice. But now, as I jump from that into, I saw you making a raspberry seltzer here.
Yes.
I see brewers are really getting into the seltzer game. Me, I don't see the fascination, but everyone likes what they like. There's no bad beers, guys. What got you into making seltzers?
Well, really, customers were asking for it. Mm-hmm. So, particularly given we are a destination that you have to drive to, we really do need to cater for everyone.
Yep.
So this is lower alcohol, generally at about 4.5%. Really light, really easy drinking.
Yep.
And because we're a destination, what we don't want is groups to come and somebody really enjoying their double IPA and their girlfriend going, come on, we got to go to the winery because I need something to drink. Mm-hmm. So it's really light, clean, crisp.
Perfect for spring, isn't it?
Perfect for spring, perfect for summer. Mm-hmm. Low in calories, right?
Is that what the fascination is? Do you think it's low in calories?
It is. Ours is very low. It's under 100. It's about 100 calories per.
There you go.
Can.
I wasn't sure what the fascination was. Me, I find it light. I find it extremely light. Very nice, fruity. I know it's like big in America, but I wasn't sure why. And as I said, I've got no problems. People can drink what they drink, and if you can make money out of it, go for it. And that's why I saw you got the raspberry. You're practicing. You're trying something new as well. You're going to bring out some new flavors as well.
Yeah, well, I can show you. I can grab you a can sample soon.
Oh, okay.
So you can get a scoop. But yeah, it is. So a watermelon will come out next week, and in about 2-3 weeks' time, a mango will come out.
Do you find they're easier to brew seltzers or harder to brew than a beer?
Probably easier to brew. Well, okay. Let me qualify.
Nothing's easy, guys. I'm just saying.
I mean, it's simpler but more difficult, if that makes any sense. And I'll explain it. There's nowhere to hide.
Okay.
So what you need is complete. It's clear.
Yes.
It's if there's a flaw, it'll jump out, right?
Okay, so there's a lot of filtration to it.
Right. Yes. Exactly. It's super clean, super light. So if your yeast isn't healthy or there's any sort of problem, you'll know it because when you're doing a 12% barrel aged stout, I'll be entirely if there's a flaw, you might not even notice it, right? There's so much going on in there.
Would you notice it as a brewer though?
Yeah, but also often, particularly if you're putting stuff in barrel, you sort of do this, and you wait to see what the barrel does. So we know what we're expecting, but because there's so much going on, there's so many variables. It's only until you try it, you go, okay, that's what the barrel did. With this, and this is the other end of the spectrum, right? It is super clean, super clear. There's nothing going on there other than what you want to go on.
Okay.
If there's any sort of flaw, boom, it'll jump out.
So with the raspberry, you just got the raspberry, and if that's off in any way,
you'll know
it.
You'll know it immediately.
That is fascinating. So you want to keep to the double IPAs where you can. Denham can hide behind all these flaws there as well. But what else you got new in the beer game coming up in summer? You got anything new surprises?
Well, so we do our regular NIPA range where we just same beer, we just change the hop.
I tried the El Dorado, and I was just saying I should have grabbed all three and put them all side by side because the Cascade and the Mosaic. And the El Dorado I found more tropical, a bit more pineapple flavour to it.
Pineapple really jumps out.
Yeah. once again, it's fascinating with all the hops. How many different hop ranges are you going to jump to?
Well, there's so many. And so the next one in tank, as a matter of fact, if you want to pause this, you can try it out of the tank. So it was just brewed about a week ago. It's Galaxy. So you heard it here first.
What can I expect from a Galaxy hop?
Oh, Galaxy is really, it's really fruity.
Yep.
It's really popular with, your fruitier hazies and your IPAs because it gives you that lovely tropical.
What I love with your beers then is that I didn't know the difference between hops. I go beer. But then when you started bringing out the single hop range, I went, okay. And now I'm learning about, so the Eldorado's got more of a tropical flavour to it. Then the Mosaic's got something different.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
And that's what I didn't know before. And now I go, at least this is giving me a time to broaden my horizons and go, okay, these are what the different hop flavours are as well. It's something exciting. It makes beer fun as well, you know what I mean? So something entirely different. Are you going to be trying any of those nitro beers at all?
Yeah, we'd like to. The next one, though, that is going to come out soon after that is we came out with a barrel-aged blonde, and we really want to start doing a bit of a barrel-aged program. So, yeah, the next one it's a blonde ale. We actually released it in winter, which is not the best time for us, but it was just when it was ready. The barrel.
Was that the sour beer?
That was the sour. Yeah. So that was
sours.
Yeah, I'm getting used to them now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But yeah, this one's quite a subtle sour, but it's interesting. So it's a blonde beer. We put it into Shiraz barrels, and it then gives it that. You can see it. It becomes this pinkish, gives it a pinkish hue, and it does create some tartness and some sourness there. Which again, makes it really quite refreshing. But yeah, sours are very much, you love them or you don't. I'm actually finding it was originally a tolerance, now it's an appreciation.
Okay.
Right? So you can develop that palate. I'm developing it.
You know what? On the Gateway, which is Little Bang Brewing, do a really nice, mild sours, and I can get into them there. Yeah. I tried the one here. It's fine. It's nice. It's not for me, I say. It's not a bad beer. It's just not for me. But yeah, I just but once again, there's no bad beers. It's just whatever your taste is. My friend Ash, if you're out there, she loves her sours beers, so I have to bring her home some sours and see how she goes with them as well.
Yeah, and particularly those sour, it's a very specific palate. So for this sour, we were quite surprised because it's new for us. And when we were doing the blending, we were taking stuff out of barrels, and it happened to be during the Australian International Beer Awards. Yeah. Now, that is the largest annual beer awards in the world. You get the best judges from all over the world. And so I said to the guys, well, we think we know what we like, but we have literally the best judges on our doorstep because they just all happened to be here. We were putting in our beers for the awards, and we weren't going to put this beer in because it wasn't ready. We thought, okay, let's just put the beer in just to get the feedback. Right? Might as well use these amazing palettes, and it came back amazing, wonderful responses, but also a silver medal, which we were not expecting at all. So. Right off the bat, we did pretty well.
I'm glad I'm not a judge because me and sour beers wouldn't go to it. As long as you keep making that peanut butter chocolate milkshake stout.
Well, I think we have to.
I'll be happy, my wife will be happy, we'll all be happy. How's that been selling? Has it been selling really well?
Yeah, it doesn't stop. Yeah.
And also the bacon beer is still pumping along, isn't it?
Yeah, that bacon beer won a gold for us at the International Beer Awards as well. And that's not a big mover, but we get these people that are really passionate about that.
It is. You could do so much with cooking with that bacon beer, I reckon, as well. I could brine stuff in that bacon beer, couldn't I?
Well, that's what we use that in a lot of our cooking here.
That's what I have to try. I'll have to try it. Anyway, we'll thank Denham for his time. I'm a very busy man. Cheers. Happy to catch up with him. Cheers, guys. Cheers Denham. Thanks for your time.